Okay. So on your screen, the one of the example is mentioned. It is here to finding the value of k. K is what? It is the rate constant. Okay. So as we know that in the last lecture we seen the rate constant we calculate on 20 degrees Celsius. So this value is available with us that at 20 degree what will be the value of the rate constant for a particular wastewater. Now here the formula is to calculate what is the value of K at any temperature, because when you are treating the wastewater, that time it is not necessary that you have a 20 degrees Celsius temperature. It is not possible to maintain that temperature. Okay, so it might be reached to the 30-35 because the reaction taking place and there is the and because of the microorganism metabolism, so definitely the heat is generated in between. Okay, so we would like to know what will be the temperature at what will be the value of rate constant at that temperature. Okay, and for that one we have the formula, and the formula is the k suffix t. You see here on the screen, you will see that the k suffix t is equals to the k suffix 20, means the value of k at 20 degrees Celsius, which is a constant one, which is given, or we can say it is a reference k, we can take it. And the value of theta, theta is what? It is the temperature coefficient. So what is the value of temperature coefficient? The temperature coefficient is 1.056 for the general value, and if the temperature is above the 20 degrees Celsius, then that time we will take it is 1.047. Okay, minute changes are there, okay, in the fractions, but yes, we will take that value 1.047 if the temperature is greater than 20. If the temperature is less than 20, then there is no problem, we can take it is 1.056. Okay, so you just remember this formula so that we can calculate the value of k, that is the rate constant at a particular temperature. Okay, now when we call at a particular temperature, then we know that any microorganisms, it may have the temperature range between the 20 to almost 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. If it is more than that one, then the rate of reaction is decreases. It means the capacity of decomposition of the organic matter by the microorganisms is get down because of the rising in temperature. The same thing, if the temperature is fall, again there is a chances of decreasing the rate constant. Fine. Now let's see this example and say what the data, what is the statement of the numerical and what we have to calculate. So even you can note down that numerical. Okay, the treated wastewater is being discharged into the river. Okay, the treated wastewater is being discharged into the river that has a temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature? It is a 15 degrees Celsius. The BOD rate constant determined in laboratory for this mixed water is 0.12 per day. What fraction of the maximum oxygen consumption will occur in the first 4 days? Okay, what is the value is given? Let's see the first value. It is mentioned the temperature. What is the temperature? The temperature when the treated water we discharge into the river, it having the 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, and what is the rate constant? BOD rate constant at that time when they tested in the laboratory, it found it is around 0.12 per day. Okay, means the value of K at 20 degrees Celsius, because we find out the value of K at 20 degrees Celsius in the laboratory, it is 0.12 per day. So the rate constant is 0.12. And what is the question they ask? They ask what fraction of maximum oxygen consumption will occur in the first 4 days. What will be the maximum oxygen consumption? It means you should know what will be the value of the BOD after 4 days. Okay, ultimately that is the meaning of it. So first we would like to calculate the value of K. Why we are calculating the value of K? Because the K is essential and we needed to know what is the value of K. Okay, if you have the formula, if I am showing you the formula. Okay, so what is the formula to calculate the BOD? And we have the formula is this one. The BOD at any time is equals to the initial, that is the ultimate value of it, into the 1 minus exponential of minus k into t. So where k is what? It is the rate constant. It means first I should know what is the value of k. Now the in example they give the value of k at 20 degrees Celsius, but the discharge water from the industry to the river, it is how much? It is a 15 degree. Means the discharge water temperature, the wastewater which is discharged into the river, it having the 15 degrees Celsius temperature, and the value of k that we know it is at 20 degrees Celsius. It means we have to use this formula to calculate what is the value of BOD, okay, and the value of k we have to correct the value of k, and that k we can correct it with the help of this formula that which I am showing you, okay. So this is the formula. First we have to correct it the rate constant at that temperature, okay, and then we use that formula. The BOD at any time is equals to the L suffix 0, okay, into the 1 minus e raised to the power minus k into t, okay. What is the value of t? T is mentioned, it is 4 days, because in that statement they say we have to calculate what is the maximum oxygen consumption after a 4 days, means the first 4 days, okay. Means the data is mentioned here, you just write down this statement. Have you written that? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So here, write down the data first, because here we need to calculate what is the BOD rate constant first, and then we will find how much fraction of maximum oxygen is consumed in first 4 days. Okay. So first, the temperature T is 15 degrees Celsius. You know down the value of K, and here you mention the K suffix 20. Okay. By default, we calculate the value of K at 20 degrees Celsius, and it is 0.12. Okay. Now we will use the formulas to calculate to the first to K and then to a BOD. Okay. So here first we are calculating, determine the BOD rate constant, means the K value we need to calculate. Okay. And for that one we have the formula, write down the formula. K suffix T is equals to the K suffix 20. It means K suffix T is what? A temperature. Okay. Capital T you have to note down here. K suffix T is equals to the K suffix 20 into the theta raised to the power T minus 20. Now what is the value of theta? The value of theta, it is the temperature coefficient is mentioned, and that temperature coefficient, if it is below the 20, then we will take it is around 1.056, or at 20 degrees Celsius we take it is 1.056, and if it is above that one, then we will take it is 1.047. Now here the temperature at 20, so I am taking this the K is at 20, so here I am taking the value of theta is 1.056. So you can note down the value of theta is 1.056. Okay. Now you put it the values of K. Here K suffix T instead of T you put it 15, because we need to calculate at 15 degrees Celsius. Okay. If here it is mentioned 20 degrees Celsius, then there is no need to calculate the value of K, because already it is mentioned. But as the discharge water temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, and we need to calculate the rate constant at 15. Okay. So here you write K15 is equals to the K suffix 20 into the value of theta is 1.056 raised to the power. What is the value of T? The value of T is 15 from this one minus 20. So calculate the value of K first. What will be the value of K? Check it whether it is 0.091 or not.
0.091, sir.
Yes, 0.091. Yes, correct. So this is the value of K. It's a very simple numerical, but at least you should understood the concept behind it. So what we do here, we change the rate constant. Why we are taking the calculating the rate constant? Because the temperature is mentioned at 15. So now we call this is the corrected K rate constant at 15 degrees Celsius. Now what is the next question? The question is, what is the fraction of maximum oxygen consumption will occur in the first 4 days? Now, what is the meaning of this maximum oxygen consumption? So we are related the oxygen consumption is equals to the organic matter decompose. Whatever be the value of oxygen consumption takes place, that is the value of the organic matter decomposes. Okay, that is we say directly connection with these two. So here we have the formula to calculate the BOD value at a particular time period. Now time period is what? We can write the formula as, so here you can write, find the fraction of maximum oxygen consumption in 4 days. Okay, and now write down the formula. The formula is BOD suffix small t. You just write first formula and then put up the values which is mentioned in the numerical in the statement. So here what we do, uh, BOD suffix t small t is equals to the L suffix 0, means the ultimate BOD at the time 0, into 1 minus exponential of minus k into t. K into t. What is k? K is this one. Now here don't confuse which k that we need to use here while calculating the BOD, because we corrected the k. So you take this value k at 15 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now put it the values BOD 4. 4 is what? It is 4 days, which is mentioning here 4 days, is equals to the L0. This is the ultimate BOD, or it's a initial BOD content, which is not mentioned, but there is no, don't worry about it. We are not interested to calculate this part. Okay. Into 1 minus exponential of minus k. K is value of k is what? 0.91, 0.091 into the t. T is what? It is the 4 days. So you take it is the value 4.
0.3051.
0.305.
3051.
Yes, yes. Okay, no problem. Correct. Right. So the fraction of maximum, here asking the fraction. That's why we take the ratio of BOD at 4 days upon the initial BOD present. Okay. And that will be the 0.305. Yes. Is there any problem to anybody?
No, sir. No, sir.
Correct. So this is a very simple numerical that we solve. Uh, okay. Now we will see another numerical based on this one. Here we are interested to first calculate the fraction of maximum oxygen consumption and the value of k. Now take the another numerical. I'm scrolling here. Now you see here, this is one type of the numerical where they ask, the first they ask what is the 5-day BOD of the test waste. Second, they ask the ultimate carbonaceous BOD, and the third value, third bit, they ask what would be the remaining oxygen demand after the 5 days. So let's see this numerical. Again, it is somehow different from the previous one. So here, if you see, I just read that statement. In between, you can write it. The dissolved oxygen in an unseeded sample of diluted wastewater having an initial DO of 9 milligram per liter is measured to be 3 milligram per liter after 5 days. The dilution fraction is 0.03, it means 0.03, and the reaction rate constant K is 0.22 day per inverse. Calculate first bit A, 5-day BOD of the waste. Calculate a 5-day BOD of the waste. B. Ultimate carbonaceous BOD. Ultimate carbonaceous BOD. And what would be the bit C is what would be the remaining oxygen demand after a 5 days. Okay. Now this is the numerical that first they ask what is the 5-day BOD of the waste. Means when you are when you conducted the test for this particular sample and you want to know what is the value of BOD, means the chemical oxygen demand. What will be the chemical oxygen demand after a 5 days, and that you have to calculate. Okay, oxygen demand for the first 5 days. Second bit they ask about the ultimate carbonaceous BOD, means what is the value of BOD ultimate, is what is the initial or the maximum. Ultimate is what? A maximum BOD in that particular sample. 1 second. Okay, now let's check and let's see what are the data is mentioned and how we can calculate these values. Okay, so first you write a first bit, and before that we need to write a data. What is the data mentioned? They mention the initial DO. It means what is the initial oxygen demand in the sample before the test, and it is given 9 milligram per liter. And they measure the final BOD, they measure the final DO, dissolved oxygen, after a 5 days, and the value is 3 milligram per liter. So you write DO of DO, okay, or you can say right, it is DOI, okay, the mentioned DO suffix I is equals to the 9 milligram per liter, and DOF, DO suffix F is equals to the 3 milligram per liter. They write dilution fraction P, dilution fraction P, it is 0.03. Okay, so dilution fraction P is 0.03. Reaction rate constant K is equals to the 0.22. Okay, so these are the data with us, and the time. You write a time T is 5 day. Time T is 5 day. Okay, now let's do the do the calculations and solve the one by one bit. And the first bit we are concentrating on, the first bit is that a 5-day BOD of the waste. How to calculate a 5-day BOD of the waste? Now in the previous lectures we seen that we have one formula to calculate the value of BOD, the 5-day BOD. How? If we know what is the initial dissolved oxygen, and if we know what is the final dissolved oxygen after a 5-day test. From that one, the difference is showing the 5-day requirement of oxygen. It means the how much decomposition is takes place in that 5 days. Are you getting my point? So it is the meaning is what? The initial minus final, it will give how much BOD or how much organic matter get consumed or organic matter get decomposed, and that is nothing but the oxygen demand in that 5 days. How much oxygen demand? Okay, is it clear? Now we use this formula and we take this dilution fraction. Already I told you that when we have this dilution factor we have to use, because the sample is very concentrated and in that days it is not possible that all maybe in between the some 1 or 2 days the all oxygen get consumed and the reaction get reversed to the aerobic, and for that one we are diluted the sample. We are diluting the sample, and for the dilution, we are taking the dilution factor. Even we solve a numerical based on it, how we can dilute the sample. What is the formula for the dilution of it? Okay, and that know very well that we have taken that the example. So here dilution factor also we have to consider. When we consider the dilution factor, the formula is some small change in that formula, and it is BOD5 is equals to the dissolved oxygen initial minus dissolved oxygen final upon the P, that is the dilution fraction. Now we have the value of this initial dissolved oxygen, which is 9. You write it 9. We know the final dissolved oxygen, it is 3. We know the dilution factor, it is 0.03. So what we do? We use this formula to calculate the value of BOD5. Now what is the meaning of BOD5? Biochemical oxygen demand for a first 5 days. Okay, and here it mentions how much oxygen demand in that particular time period, and it is so dissolved oxygen is 9 minus 3 upon dilution factor. So the BOD value is 200 milligram per liter. 200 milligram per liter. So the first bit is over. It is very easily we use this formula and calculate this one.
Yes, sir.
Second, okay. Second, ultimate BOD. Now what is ultimate BOD? Ultimate BOD stands for the maximum amount of oxygen demand, or the maximum amount of the organic matter present in the sample, or we can call it is the initial BOD. Okay, so this is given the final BOD. Okay, and this is the initial BOD. So to know the what is the value of initial BOD, we can calculate, and we use the formula as, we call it is ultimate BOD. I'm telling you a different name of this one. Whether you can say it is ultimate BOD, you can say the maximum BOD, or the initial BOD present in the sample. BOD means what? It is the organic matter. Okay, ultimately what? It is the organic matter. What is the formula? The general formula is BOD ultimate is equals to the L suffix O, L suffix 0. This is again the representation. Okay. Now how we can change this formula, as it is BODT upon 1 minus e raised to the power minus kt. Why I am taking this formula? Let's look at the previous formula, and from that one you can easily understood what exactly the meaning of it. I am scrolling this one and to show you the formula. Okay, so this is the formula. BOD at any time is equals to the LO minus LT, initial BOD minus final BOD, or the BOD at any time. That is nothing but what? It is L suffix O, because we are taking this form here and we put it, we do the changes in it, and we write a formula as BODT is equals to the L suffix 0 into the 1 minus e raised to the power minus kt. You just concentrate on this formula. Forget about the middle part of it. So it is BOD at any time t is equals to the L suffix 0 into 1 minus e raised to the power minus kt. You write this formula. Here we are interested to know what is the ultimate BOD. Okay. Now already we calculated the BOD at 5 day. The value of BOD 5 we know. It means the BOD at any time. So here the P is what? A 5 day. So value of BOD 5 we know that. We know the value of K, rate constant. We know the value of T, which is a 5. And from that one I can easily calculate the value of ultimate BOD. L suffix 0 is nothing but the BOD suffix U. Okay? Is it okay, everybody?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so you write this formula and you put it the values of it. So the value of BOD T suffix 5 is 200. This is to be calculated 1 minus e raised to the power minus k. I just check what is the value of k, and the t is 5. So let's again move to the
The
numerator.
300.
Yes, the value of k is already mentioned, it is 0.22. There is no need to do anything because the temperature data is not mentioned. So we take the same k. If the temperature data is mentioned, then we will need to calculate or correct at the k. Okay, here they are not mentioned any type of the temperature and other conditions. So forget about it. It will be take as it is, k is 0.22. So once you take the k is 0.22, t is 5, and the value of BOD suffix 5 is 200, you will get the value. What will be the value? 300?
300, sir.
Yes, correct. Fine. So two bits are over. The first is to calculate the 5-day BOD test that we have taken with the help of the formula, that is DOI minus DOF divided by P. Ultimate BOD, that is BOD suffix U or L suffix O, that we are calculate with the help of this formula, which is 300. And now the third bit is what would be the remaining oxygen demand after 5 days. So this is the 5-day test. Only the 200 milligram per liter consumption takes place. 300 milligram initially present. So let's see what is the next demand. If we have to continue that test, and we would like to know what will be the demand of oxygen, and that we can calculate. How? Let's check it. After 5 days, 200 milligram of oxygen demand out of 300 milligram. So we can say that the remaining oxygen demand would be, initial oxygen demand is how much? 300. How much it is consumed in the 5 days? It is 200. So 300 minus 200, it will be the 100. So remaining oxygen that is needed for a treatment of it, it will be the 100 milligram per liter. So you can just write this part. Okay, are you understood this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. If anybody having difficulties, let me know. Okay. Everybody got these answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now let's check the another one, but that you need to solve at your home, and I just give you the hint about it. There are the number of numericals are mentioned on this. Okay, I will share this slide with you. Don't worry. And yes, okay, fine. So let's complete that part, and then we will stop. The numerical number 5. Okay. So you just here it is mentioned that determine the ultimate BOD for the wastewater having a 5-day BOD at 20 degrees Celsius as 160 milligram per liter, assuming the reaction rate constant is 0.2 per day and base to the 10. Base to the 10. Okay, remembering this part. In certain, in the previous case, it is base to the E. Okay, by default we are taken because there is not mentioned anything. But here they mention the base to the 10. So the formula get changed. Are you getting my point? You just remember these
Yes, sir.
small things, because if the examinations on the basis of the MCQ, and if this type of the numericals, maybe definitely they will ask. Okay, so here you just look out what the formula is same. It having the BOD suffix T is equals to the L suffix 0 in bracket 1 minus, instead of the exponential, it is the base 10 is given. That's why I'm taking the 10 to base 10, log to the base 10. Okay, this is log to the base 10, raised to the power minus k into the t. Okay, you put it the values. BOD 5 is mentioned at 20 degrees Celsius. The value of yellow, that is the initial to ultimate BOD, it means the initial BOD that we need to calculate. And the data is mentioned. The one data is what the time is given 5 day, and the rate constant is given 0.2. You can easily calculate how much it is. Okay, you can take a snap of these two numericals so that you can solve it in your at your home. Okay, hope all of you are taking the screenshot of that.
Sir, done, sir. Who? Next.
Okay. Let's take this one, 7 number, example 7.
झालं sir.
Okay. Others?
झालंय हो सर झालं.
Okay, fine. Uh, okay. Then the next topic is about the interpretation of the BOD test result, how we interpret that one, and why we are already I gave the details or the explaining about why we are doing the test, why we are conducting the test. Now, how to interpret the result? It is very important to read the result, because when once you do the analysis, after that one we need to give a result of it. Okay, it means what will we get if the BOD is this much, if BOD is this much, if there is a variation, what will be the rate constant, and on that basis we need to interpret that one. But yes, this topic we will see in the next lecture. And the another topic that we have, a nitrification in BOD test. The one another thing, you know, the non-carbonaceous matter which is present just like the ammonia and all others. So for that one we will look that topic. Okay, and then we will look about a COD just like a BOD, the COD. So we will see the difference between the what is meant by BOD, what is the COD, and how the COD test is carried out, and which is the which is we call it is the fastest test comparing to the BOD, because BOD required 5 days, and for the COD it is only required 2 to 3 hours. But that all these ones we will see in the next lecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye.